Hey everybody. Uh, Give me a minute to add tags again, I think. I have to do that. Yeah, I need to figure out when I have some time if I can add more stuff. What else? Yeah, that should be good for now. All right. So, been working a little bit on this area. I wish I'd had a little bit more time, but I went out of town this past weekend and then was battling my work laptop yesterday. So, I didn't get as much done as I was hoping to, but I have been starting to work in this area here. Hey Maltros, how's it going? And glad you were able to catch a stream. So yeah, I've been kind of working on this area, and I'm slowly starting to kind of, at least initially, define the interior, and where these buildings are, and kind of the flow. I kind of finally figured out what I'm doing with this space. So just kind of playing around with some stuff right now, and I think today I'm going to be pushing this direction. And I still have a little bit of stuff to do over here as well, so probably do a little bit of that as well. I don't know if I like this entrance. I'll leave it for now. That might change. Going well. You guys need to open up that merch store already, so I can buy a shirt. All good things come to those who wait. Now, yeah, hopefully we'll be able to have our merch store up soon enough that you guys can start grabbing some merch. I know I want to eventually grab a t-shirt myself as well. I'm always posting on the YouTube videos. Take my money. Eventually. Definitely the plan is to eventually be accepting everybody's money. But I know we want to get everything right before we actually excuse me. Ugh. Before we actually start taking on money and that, and also it inevitably ends up becoming more of a focus and taking more time away from actively developing. So I know we have plans too, but I'm not 100% sure on the timeline because that is not my call. Hey Nordan, how's it going? I'm just going to leave this up here for now. It probably won't be there, but I guess we'd center it a little bit better. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 2, 3, 5. Okay. So this doorway is currently... Oops. Off by 50%. Or not 50%, 50 units. Doing well. How about me? I am doing pretty good. Just had a really busy week. Went out of town and went camping with the kids last weekend, and also my father and my sister, and went to a Ren fair, which was fun, and then came back and have been working. So yeah, yes, and then Monday, because of the busy weekend, I was behind on getting my stuff ready for my lecture yesterday. So I will be hopefully doing a makeup stream for the missed Monday stream. I'm aiming for Friday night, but if not, hopefully sometime over the weekend. But Friday is my goal currently. I kind of want this building. What's that? Oh, it's this. This is off. Like something's not aligned right. There we go. That's better. Actually, it might be better to get this initial cut. It helps if I copy this. Copy. Zero that out. Reason I'm doing it this way is because ProGrids is not the greatest at sliding on edges and keeping the dimensions you want. Or not keeping the dimensions, but actually like snapping to the grid. So if I get it back straight, it works fine. And then just paste this back in. Voila. Now I'm exactly where I want it to be. I don't think this is going to be one giant room. I think this is going to have space to be multiple rooms. One this way. So a lot of these interiors could end up changing after I run around in them. I think I fixed most of the ones in the marketplace that were kind of a little funky, but there might still be a couple of them that need their dimensions played around with a little bit. Make sure I got this. Snapping on it looked a little weird. Yeah. Just off. So it's not accurately doing the grid spacing when it's at that angle. I know I've ran into that a couple times, so I think this is probably, if I can do it. Some buildings are just not angled in the right orientation to fix it. But if I can, I think this is the best way to approach it now. Oof, totally losing myself in this other wall. There we go. Okay. That should be better for now. I'm going to obviously have to do this again when it's down below, but... should work well. Alright, you know what? I've been playing around with this a good portion of the day, and it's been a while since I've run around, so let's run around. See how everything's starting to feel. Yep, apparently I still have... Okay, come on. There we go. Ooh, it's slow. It's going up. Well, we'll put in one. Let's go to the kind of entrance area. The terrain and stuff down here is really still kind of left over from the original layout. So that'll change. It's looking pretty good. Definitely gonna have to do some material difference here to make this tower pop a little bit more. Or it's not even really a tower, but this little, like, thing, make it pop a little bit more. I figure out if I want to have it as an entrance here or an entrance here. Play around with that. And then there might also be an entrance to something like around here for the space underneath. That's pretty good. Yeah, that feels good. Wasn't sure if this was going to feel too tight with the wall there or not. I may even be able to move the wall, make this room a little bit bigger, but for now I'll leave it there. It's not too bad. And then I'll probably have some windows out. One or both of those directions. Obviously some over here too. Whoops! I forgot to fix those after I started moving stuff around. So I'll have to do that afterwards. I'm thinking about actually putting like a small, like, gnomish sized structure in this walkway underneath it. Yeah, I think that's working. This is too small. So I'm gonna have to see if I can figure a way to make this work a little bit better. But I'm running out of space here, so I may end up having to just move all of this down a little bit. This little shady spot. Yeah, I think we're just gonna end up having to move this a couple meters. Oh, did I? No, it's just the orientation of the sun. I was like, did I miss? Is that a seam? It's just a weird shadow. Okay, let's go fix up some of that stuff. Oops. Weird. Didn't mess it up, but Pro Builder definitely did. Hold on. Am I running into the same issue that I was running into at work? No. Huh. Let's see if I can fix this. Okay, it just fixed itself. That was weird. Let's detach these. So I'm wondering if it's shape's getting too complex or something. Oh, Pro Builder. And we can merge those into one. Maybe that's what we'll, you know, maybe I'll play around with that a little bit today. Maybe we will turn this into a gnomish structure or halfling structure. I don't know. Just the small race scale. All right, so we fixed that. Let's fix that. Hey John, how's it going? Okay, let's put our grid back on. And did not realize I moved those. There we go. That's better. Hey Stoic. Warm and muggy. That's how. Ooh, gross. It's beautiful. It's like been kind of fall-like the last couple days here. Starting to get to my kind of weather. Although it's also getting to one of my allergy seasons, so that'll be fun. But unfortunately, last weekend, it wasn't as hot as they said it was going to be, but they said it was hot, so I didn't end up wearing a costume to the Ren Fair. And I'm glad I didn't. The morning was actually beautiful. It was like 62 when we woke up, but it probably pushed 80, and it was pretty humid. So I would have been very not happy had I worn it. Okay, need to remember my scales. What did I do over here? 3. So about 6. Yeah, we had a couple really nice fall days, and then this 76, 90 with humidity. Ugh. 25C, 32C for those civilized among us. Oh, my eyes. Okay. Let's get this working. And again, this isn't anything specifically that I'm doing that's like directly based on lore or anything like that. I'm just kind of having some fun with the structure. I kind of almost am thinking. So you have a front entrance here. Again, smaller races. I'll have to run around this with my gnome. And then it is kind of confined in here. But potentially maybe trying to use this space. So I don't have this space isn't really used right here. So maybe I can make a stairwell or something back here, and you get a little window looking out here from a room, and then obviously like front door, maybe a room over here. There's not a whole lot of space to play with, so we'll see. Potentially a room right here that could be too small of a space. And over here, and then I think I'm just gonna cut into this building a little bit. These aren't going to be needed. Obviously, it's not going to go all the way into this. This will have its own kind of lower floors, but probably just a little kind of nook that it fits in. So I think we'll do that today. Let's get this started. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was that what I had? I think I just counted 7. You'd think I'd remember this, but no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So I should probably also, while I'm over there, look at the. Sorry, I'm flying around like a madman over here. Should probably also look at the width. 1.5 meters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Call that the center point. Oops, I can't move that. Can't move this part right now. Otherwise, it's going to give a little kink in that. Whoosh. Yeah, I apologize. I make everybody sick with my herky-jerky camera moves. Things you have to do to remove edge loops in Pro Builder. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to bring these walls back, but we'll probably end up deleting them again at some point to do the windows. And I do thinner walls when I'm doing these smaller buildings. And I think it was 3 high. 1, 2, 3. Let's double check that, but I think it was 3 high was what I had as the height. Yep, 3 high. We have been getting the low 50s, but humid here. Makes the nights and mornings very enjoyable. Yeah, this is how that's how it's been here. The well, not 50s, it's been 60s in the morning, but the mornings are beautiful. And also pneumonia lung, welcome to the chat. Why is Whitney Houston playing? That was a strange... Why did that... I forgot to loop it, but I don't know why it leaped to that. Oh, it was a remix that Robert did. I'm like, why did that just jump to that? That was so random. Or Nemo Lung. Again, I butcher everybody's name. Apologies. So again, I can delete a lot of these faces because they're just interior walls that are not actually doing anything. I mean, if I was actually building an actual building, they'd probably still be there for structural reasons, but I'm not. And I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff, so. Okay, so we got that. It's really, you know what, I think it was it? 4, 5, 6. I guess it is. It just seems really wide. Oh, no, there we go. That was right. I was wrong when I was doing it there. At this point, per usual, and I'll take it. But yeah, I think that is my first chance to be in your streams. Have been able to catch Sukin and a Loving Robot, but my tracking skill is too low to ever catch Betis. It's the camouflage. I walk around in camouflage a lot, so I'm invisible. Hard to track. Us rangers are. This room is probably gonna be really funky now that I'm actually looking at this. It's probably gonna be real. It's gonna feel like more like a hallway, but we'll give it a try. I'm not convinced it's gonna work. angle I can actually move it. Yep, yeah, this is probably not going to work. Alright, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's it's not going to do what I was hoping it was going to. We'll take a look at it, but I probably am just going to move this that way. But over here, this could work. Again, I'm cutting a little bit into this building space, but nothing too terrible, I don't think. The joys of kind of just freeform level design. Not quite sure how this is going to work, but we'll see. Alright, it's not too bad. And I want to do a room up here, so I think... You know what? Maybe this does end up being a hallway. Maybe this does... Maybe I take it back. Maybe this will work. But not as what I was doing. Sorry, this is going to be a little weird if anyone's actually actively watching the screen. Just the ways I'm going to be moving, because there's so many walls and stuff. What? I think I'm going to do it. Just need to get into my mindset of this is a smaller race, so it doesn't need to be the same scale. In fact, it shouldn't be the same scale. Like these little spaces on the side can probably be slightly smaller. Actually, you know what? I don't know. We'll see when I run around. I might push that nook back just to have a little space there. Okay. There we go. That's better. Otherwise, I have weird stuff going on with the walls interacting with each other. And actually move that down just a pinch, so that's kind of like halfway. Let's see how well this interacts over here. Do for that. 2.5 feet. 2.5 feet. We're good. Keep saying feet, but I'm really mean meters. For anyone who's like, what system of measurement is this guy working in? He keeps transitioning between imperial and metric. Actually, you know what? I might be able to just get away with that going straight into that. Or do I like that little weird landing? Yeah, we'll just go straight into it. Half the room. I thought I was gonna interact. I thought I was gonna have like an overlap with the floor above me, but I do not. It's awesome. Alright, and then whoa, that was not what I wanted to do. Spaces. I'm going to move this up just a pinch. I thought I was a little bit higher, and I was not. Of course, we're getting some conflicts with the other structures. Not so much on this side. I actually probably could get... Yeah, I'll take it. So this would need... It would really steepen that, and then I'm gonna overlap if I do that. So let's try this. I'm gonna shrink this. Get an overlap here. I think this is still doable though. Sorry guys, I'm trying to play around with this a little bit. Let's see. Ends that overlap. Do I have a conflict? What's going on there? Oh, I missed a vertice. It's that weird flickering. I was like, what is going on? Miss anything else? Okay, everything else is good. Okay. So then this. Maybe it doesn't need to be. There. I don't want to add too much more depth to that. Like, it's the one side. Awesome. That worked. Let's see how much did I eat up? Just a pinch. It'll be interesting to figure out how I want to handle this interior down below, because it does kind of eat up a little bit more than I expected, but whatever. Haven't caught one of these live in a while. Hello, folks. Hey, Cogspace. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Alright, let's take a look. Save. Yep. We are on the same page. Oh. Nope, I should probably actually pick a gnome. I almost entered with the other. I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait to get into Fallen Pass and Ormsbane. When we eventually get there. Summon item. Speed gem. Ah. What? Oh, you know what? I don't think this character was a GM. There we go. Those little legs are on. Hold on, let's... not have two musics going at the same time. Whoop. Still gotta fix that. The running sound? Yeah. Well, the reason the running sound's going like that is the animation's playing super fast. But I can, since I'm cheating with I can just turn off all the sounds. Since we actually have that functionality now. So. I might want to lower that. So I think I did the step at the wrong height. And let's take this off now that we're in it. This honestly still feels a little big. I mean, it would... A human could fit in here, but it would not be a good fit. Oh, I got an overlap there I gotta fix. So let's make some adjustments to this. It's close. I'm almost satisfied. Alright. Let's grab all the floors first. We will move that down just a pinch. I should have moved door frames with that. That was dumb of me not to grab those two. Okay. Now let's grab the ceilings. Yep, that's the floor. Let's check and see I've got all the ceilings selected. Oops. Let's try... Let's just do this one. Ooh, did I have these at different heights? That was bad on me. Apparently I was off on one of my measurements. There we go. Oh, shoot. Did I... Yep. I did exactly what I didn't want to do. Alright, let's try to grab this. I may just be doing these individually. Nope. This is why you don't... There we go. Alright, so that is 2. Let's try 2.5 instead of 3. I think we hadn't adjusted the cameras on the gnomes when I first started playing around with this. Geometry for their scale. Frankie Gamer 29. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. There we go. What am I making? I am working on a building for our city. So here's Night Harbor, which we've been working on for a while. And graduated as a software dev after 3 years of school. Nice, congrats. So yeah, we're working on a indie MMO, and Cogspace, welcome to the stream. And then, or not welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. What was I saying? So yeah, we're working on an indie MMO that's kind of based on the classic kind of first generation MMOs. So like EverQuest, Ultima Online, Asheron's Call, those games. So we're kind of keeping it in that old school feel. And what I'm doing today is kind of working on this one area of the city. And I had this little kind of ramp area, and I thought it would be such a tiny little space that maybe it can be a space for a smaller race. So blocking that out real quick, and then we're about to hop back in and see if my adjustments are better on my gnome character we have. I just need to fix this wall. Make sure it didn't jack anything else up here. It did. Oops. So we will do that. Sounds cool. I'm also working on. Oh, nice. What kind of game are you working on? And if you want more information for anybody else who's new, that is our website. So feel free to hop in there. There's all sorts of screenshots and updates and stuff. You can see what's going on in the frequently asked questions section. You can learn about all of the team members. Although I don't know if Keith or Erkin's staff have bios on there yet. So maybe it's not all the team members. Let me take a look. Oh, Keith's on there. Erkin's staff isn't yet though. So. Oops, did I hit done? There we go. Hop on over here. Game like Zelda Breath of the Wild. Oh, that sounds fun. Are you working on it on your own? Or are you working on it? Is it in like a team? Or are you working on it professionally and getting paid for it? Yeah, I'm liking this feeling better. And it's a lot. Part of the reason I think it was feeling high before was because, again, that first structure I was using over there, we hadn't refined the camera on the gnome as much. It was kind of floaty and almost still at that human scale. So getting a much better feeling now that the camera has been fixed. I almost feel like I want to push this a meter that way and center this just a little bit. Other than that, this is working pretty well. So yeah, I think I'm going to adjust this hall right here, and I think that might honestly be it. Solo project, nice. What engine are you planning on or not planning? What engine are you using? Or are you looking to build from scratch? Unity? Cool. Yeah, obviously we're using Unity as well. Although no, actually I'm more of an Unreal guy myself, but the team had already been working in Unity when I got here, so I had to dust off the old Unity skills and try to remember my way around, and get used to new tools like Pro Builder and stuff like that, because Pro Builder was definitely not a thing when I was last using Unity. There we go. It doesn't really matter. I'm like getting OCD about my edge loops, and I really don't need to. Unity has more option encoding for my game. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it comes down. I think the best thing to do is just kind of choose what gives you the best, especially if you're doing it like a solo project or a small team. Like, what is the path of least resistance? What's going to get you there? And supports what you want to do the best. Because honestly, both Unreal and Unity are really solid engines. Cool. I think that works. Ink Yori gave you a follow during a Loving Robot stream. I'm new here. Welcome to the stream. And thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Now, trying to figure out which rooms I want. I definitely want a window up here and a window here, and I don't have anything above here, do I? No. Can I potentially fit a room there? Not really. No, I don't think that's gonna work. Reason being that there's a ramp above my head. Unless I... maybe... since I adjusted the height of the ceiling, I actually have more room now between these two. Nah, it's still not enough. Still not enough room. I think I'll leave that up higher then. Yeah, definitely. They're both great. They definitely both have some things that they do stronger than the other one. But they're definitely both good. And provide various starting, they're starting points for things. So let's think about this. So let's do 2 windows up here and maybe 1 up here. Am I on the same? Hold on. I am. Let's fix this. Was not paying attention, and I moved that into that wall, which is not what I wanted to do. That's better. I don't know why this edge loop is here. Really, really wish Pro Builder would just let me delete edge loops. My life would be so much better. And I wish it would deselect vertices when I do marquee selections, without me having to wait. Because I'm really good at not waiting. There we go. And I fixed that hole that I keep forgetting to fix. Alright, so let's do this one first. I think I want it centered in the room, though. So that's 2. And that's 2. Two. Do an 8th snap for that. I think we'll keep it just a rectangle for now. And we'll just yep. Good. They're 2 separate pieces, so I can't see the edge through the wall like I do normally. So now I can. But I joined those 2 together, to be honest, though. So let's do that again. Good. Or not. Oh, Pro Builder. How I hate you at times. Okay, looks like I am not backing up out of that, and I am building this off of here. I have limited modeling experience, but Pro Builder seems more like the BSP geometry I used in Unreal. It is. They're both admittedly pretty clunky. But I will give it, though. BSP has stabilized over the years. It used to be so unstable. My day job is teaching, and let me tell you, trying to teach BSP was a chore at times, especially back in like the Unreal 3 days. It was so unstable. But yeah, they're very similar. There's definitely differences between the 2 for sure. I wish Pro Builder had a little bit of or had some of the features that excuse me, that whatchamacallits have, the brushes, the BSP brushes, but it does not. Because I definitely do miss things like Sorry, I'm like trying to talk and like make mental decisions at the same time. The additive and the subtractive brushes. They're supposedly supposed to be able to do that with Pro Builder. I have not had any success with it, to be honest. I've tried a couple times and it's just really funky and doesn't want to work. I could just be doing it wrong, because again, I'm way more familiar with BSP than I am with Pro Builder. I've only been using Pro Builder for a little bit. I say a little bit, but I guess it's been almost a year now. But still, compared to how often, or me using BSP, which is like, I think I started using Unreal and like 2007, something like that. So got a lot more experience on that side. All right, let's save because I don't want that to happen again. Teaching. Yep. Yeah, I've been teaching game design and 3D modeling and all that stuff for it's my 13th year of teaching, something like that. At multiple different colleges, and I've also done like high school camps and things like that on the side as well. Hey Nick, how's it going? Alright, so we got one window. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I cannot complain. Had a fun weekend. And finally kind of starting to settle back into the groove of things. It's nice. I think these windows are way higher than they need to be. They are. What was the width on this one? It was 2. Two and 1 high. Not quite 1 high. Let's fix that. Oh, you know what? I think this just needs to be grouped. There we go. These guys down to about the height. How high did I have this off the ground? Pro Builder's UVs are great at times, but man, when they start getting jacked up, they get jacked up fast. Oh wow, that was a good guess. Okay, so now let's... give ourselves some... It's not what I wanted to do, but that'll work. Edge loops to... Oops. And this one is not on the edge I thought it was. Nope, it was not. Oops. See, that's where I keep doing that. I feel like this is a newer issue that wasn't here before we updated, but like if I select one thing and I select another one fairly quickly, it like keeps them selected. Cool. So let's there we go. And let's put that back on. And make that bigger. And again, you know, kind of placeholdery textures. This, you know, may end up getting some trims or other stuff on it and look nicer in the future. But for now, I think I'm done with that. So let's save and let's take another look. Yeah, that image always is getting me super excited to work on some of the other locations. Probably should move them down just a pinch. It's a very high window for a very tiny gnome. Evil Patus? Did I do something evil? I mean, there's definitely the possibility, but... Oh, Evil Patus. I forgot that was the name of the character. Oh, yeah, it's a necromancer. I totally had a brain fart there that's what the character's name was, because I made it a while ago. Alright, let's fix those windows. Gnomes are inherently evil, Nick. I totally agree. And if they're not evil, they're just chaotic. One of the two. And I think both can apply at the same time. Okay. Let's see, do these look better? Yep. Gnome escape port. Yeah, I think this works as a nice little gnomish space. Actually, I probably could afford to narrow the hallways a bit, because they are quite large. But we'll leave it for now. All the gnomes I've met sit quietly, bothering no one in the garden, except for their eyes, judging me always. Actually, my one son really wanted to get this little like garden gnome that was at the Ren Fair this weekend, but he opted to get a bunch of little pewter, like, you know, miniature figures instead. Which is good, because by the end of the day, when we walked back to the area, we saw the gnomes. All the ones, like the size one he wanted was gone. They were all bought, so... Alright, let's throw down the cobblestone material on this. Oops, not on that wall. Come on. Oh my god. Fat fingers keep hitting everything that I'm not trying to hit. And we'll group them so they're all nicely aligned, at least for now. There we go. We could probably do it to the ceiling too. I could stop clicking on the back faces. Jesus. Oops, and I knew I was going to miss one somewhere. There we go. Much better. So cool. Now that weird little space is both an active ramp and has a structure in there that we could use for something. And it's a little kind of crazily laid out, but I think it looks kind of cool at the same time. Alright, so we got that. What was the other thing I needed to fix? Was those walls. That wall's fixed. There's no overlap anymore in here, right? And I pretty much utilized all the space I can. Although, actually now, with the smaller area, I might... Still think it's too small. We'll leave it where it was. Okay. So let's keep working here. Oh yeah, this was the other thing that I needed to do, because this ran in here. This room is way too small right now. I need to shift a bunch of this stuff around, which is unfortunate because it's made out of multiple pieces. So we'll move this to like there. Move these to right there. Is that right? Let me get back. Okay, so it was up against that, which was... There was an inch gap between there. Or not an inch, a meter. Wow, I'm just throwing measurements out without actually, like, any relevance. I'm just throwing words at this point. Okay, so that is good. These need to be moved. Not that one. No. What's going on inside here? Okay, so I want to grab through that. Make sure I don't have anything weird selected on the other side. We should be good. Actually, I probably should do this from this side. And we will move that to there. Now we'll grab this stuff. Is there anything going on under here? I don't remember. No, we're good. And then just gotta move the stairs, and I think we're good. Unless we spot some weird hole that I probably made, which is entirely possible moving those many pieces around. Nope, nope. Local. Pivot. There we go. Alright, let's take a fly around, make sure I don't have any weird seams now. That's good. This is closer this side, though, so let's fix that. There we go. Even if this one is like way off. Turn off the water. Starts causing issues. Better. Ooh, that isn't though. Oh, I must have. Okay, I know what I did there. I detached this stuff to break it up a little bit. And apparently I forgot to grab that face. Okay, so we got that. We can afford to move this. Not all of that. No, we don't want it. I'm doing the exact same thing I just tried to fix. Let's do it this way. There we go. And that's it. Now, it does kind of pinch this off a little bit. So, well, this building's still kind of like temporarily placed there. So we'll just kind of nudge it. This wall a little bit. This whole area really needs to get played around with. Same with this right here. But picking a spot to focus on and kind of moving out from there. Okay, so let's fix. Let's see, got a couple small seams. Why is this? There we go. Who's all of a sudden pop? Maybe I just didn't notice that one before. It's a weird piece that I left. There's a couple of down here. Good. Need to get removed. There we go. All right. Okay, now that actually has some space in there. And then above, it's going to need stairs. How high is this? 1.25 meters. So, come on. Oh my gosh. Sometimes Pro Builder is so annoying. Trying to like draw new shapes. Alright, so 1.25. We'll do 3. And if it's 1.25, 1 is 2, so 2.5. And then we'll want 5 steps. Z Wolf, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. It is going pretty good here. Just kind of working on readjusting our city layout a bit. Still. Put that down. That's pretty good. And then actually it's going to delete that. And we'll use the geo that's already there as the last step. Cool. And that should be lined up. And I guess, again, this is probably going to move. But just have some stuff on top. Again, for anybody who's new here, this is kind of what we want to do, is have a bunch of these like wooden slats and maybe some more of these style, you know, balcony railings and some masts, like almost things that look like they've been built out of ship masts, and there's going to have a bunch of like kind of like drapery kind of hanging between things. Let me show you guys some. I know there's newer people in here, so let's... Oh, actually, I should probably just do it this way. It's going to be way easier. Look at some of Goblin's concepts. I need to download some of his newer stuff, actually. But... where is it? So... kind of little banisters and scaffolding, not scaffolding, but like little masts and stuff like that kind of hanging out and stuff being draped across them. So eventually there's going to be some more, you know, stuff kind of breaking up the verticality too. I don't know if I really want that up there, but the little domes and minarets will definitely be throughout the city. I just don't know where I want them yet. Mimwen I am not even gonna attempt. Is that Wimeminem? What? Welcome to the chat and the stream. I apologize. For anybody who's new, and I butcher your name, it's kind of like part of the welcoming to the stream. you join the club. I'm dyslexic, so I misread people's names all the time. So, welcome. Hope everybody is doing well. Let's see. So I'm almost done with this structure, which is awesome. Although, probably need to figure out what I'm going to do down here. This might be a... the entrance here. I have to figure out where I want the entrance to that lower area. But let's get this area in. Let's see what that is. So I can use my mouse correctly. Angular shaped building. Make a larger room here. A lot of these the interiors and stuff, like I've mentioned before, are definitely subject to change. But I'm just kind of roughing in a space right now. We'll see how how it feels and kind of go from there. Of course. Yeah, let's leave that and just make that slightly lower ceiling than the normal. I don't feel like adjusting the height on all of that. Come on. There we go. This wall's probably going to get changed. It is going to conflict with space. Oops, that was way too far. Okay. And I want this to be a straight edge, so I'm just gonna do this. Oops, actually, let me take that back. This edge is gonna be the one I want it to snap to. just kind of bridge back these faces I just deleted. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Maybe I that. This one just a little bit more space. Oh, looks like, yep, yes, YouTube, I'm still listening. We've got something overlapping. Oh shoot. Okay. We will have to oops. Oops. That's not what I wanted to select. Oops. Okay, there we go. What the hell? My smoke alarm just went off. Well, I don't smell or see anything, so we'll keep an eye on that. Apologies for the loud screeching noise. It's literally a brand new smoke detector, though. So maybe it's faulty. Z-Wolf, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. That's the same. My smoke detector has been going off randomly for weeks. They're all brand new too. I thought that was my smoke alarm. Yeah, my landlord had just dropped off new ones. Their first alert. Because the older ones we had were either they just died because some of them had the like, you know, they're basically one use. When the battery dies, you throw it out. And then so we had some of them that had expired and some of them that were dead. So we had to replace a bunch of them. But that's the first time, at least I've heard that go off. I mean, I was out of town this weekend, so. But that's weird. And I hope it doesn't become a trend, because it's going to be really freaking annoying. I had one years ago that had like a spider or something living in it that kept setting it off in like the middle of the night. Oh, it was so annoying. Happened to me earlier in the year. Not complaining, but man, it gave me a shock. I've thrown 2 away thinking they were faulty, and they've been bought in the last 3 months. Maybe there's like First alert. Maybe there is just a faulty wave of first alert ones that went out. If everybody else is having these issues too. Can't be first alert if you don't go off early. Well, I mean, I guess it is a real early alert if I do have a fire, which hopefully I don't. But, oh man, yeah, kind of lucky. The wind direction was going, was coming from the south a couple years ago. There was a humongous fire at the end of my street, like gigantic. It literally looked like somebody had bombed like an oil refinery or something at the end of my street. It was the largest flames I've ever seen. I've seen like large structures burn, but holy crap, they were like 200 feet in the air above the building. It was intense. Like there were propane tanks because they were building like it was a condo they were building. And I'm probably, I don't know, I'm a decent way down the street from it. And you could tell when those propane tanks popped, like I could just feel the heat, and it was the roaring sound coming out of it as it was just spraying flaming propane in the air. It was like a freight train. It was quite the impressive sight for sure. Oh no. That was not what I wanted to do. This is what happens when you don't pay attention to your merges. You do stupid stuff like that. What happened? Oh, hold on. That's not what happened. Didn't merge. I moved up an edge and didn't pay attention. The whole edge loop. Should probably delete these faces that are inside the wall so that kind of stuff doesn't happen. But yeah, we were lucky that the wind was going out of the south because like the flames were so big and it was raining fire down on the street. Like it was raining down across a 4-lane street, across a highway. Was set the highway on fire. Like it was intense. Had the wind been coming another direction, mine and a bunch of other apartments probably would have went up in smoke, like in a domino effect. Yeah, I prefer my fires scheduled as well. Speaking of fires, I was teaching my youngest the art of starting campfires over the weekend. She did a pretty good job. And it also saved me from having to sit there and blow blow on the embers to get it started. So that was nice. Been a lot of fires around me lately. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, thankfully that was the only one that I'm aware of. There was one at the apartment that I used to live at with my friend when we dated. We were out there, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, and somebody, I think, might have been drunk and walked away from their cooking and definitely burned their apartment down, and I think like 2 others got damaged in the process. When I was a little kid, or not a little kid, when I was in high school, I lived in an apartment complex, and some guy, I guess, broke up with his girlfriend dumped him or something like that. And then he went psycho and oh shoot, hold on. I don't want to do that. But yeah, anyways, he went psycho and came back and burned her apartment. And in the process, ended up burning down the entire apartment building. And that was a very large building. So I can't remember how many units. Hold it. I can do the math on this. There was at least 40 units in the buildings. Something like it was like 4 stories, 10 in each floor, something like that. But they were pretty large apartments too. So. But I believe he got arrested for that. Fire trucks beeping all over. Same like whenever it rains in town equals fire trucks, electrical fires. Ah, that makes sense. See, like that's one thing that always worries me because I've, for the most part, lived in older buildings, or houses. Like the majority of the time I have rented. And this place isn't as old as some of the places. I've lived in places that are like over 100 years old, and I'm always like, what's the wiring like? Like, is this just gonna randomly spark one day and I'm gonna wake up to a fire? Actually, my apartment in college had a fire at one point, but it had been like long before I lived there. But you could still see the hardwood around the windows had a bunch of charring still. But apparently, I think like the boiler had exploded or something at one point. I believe that's what I was told. Oops, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. So let's just do it this way. Should have arrested the fire. Well, I think they killed the fire with water. I actually wasn't there. I was at a friend's house that night. But I came back and there was like a ton of fire trucks still there. Yeah, I really hope that doesn't keep going off, because I know what's going to end up happening. It's going to be a night that I need sleep, and all of a sudden it's going to go off at like 4 in the morning. For just like 2 seconds, like it did there. Just enough to wake me up and get my heart racing, and then the adrenaline not letting me get back to sleep. Okay, so got that. Speaking of fires, fire engines, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't know if the noise suppression is good enough to take sirens as they go by my place out or not. But I assure you they weren't coming here. They went down the street. Secretly, my apartment's on fire and I'm just sitting here streaming. That'll be how I go. Alright. Let's see. that. Dedication? Totally. That's something Evil Paytas would do. And I think Evil Paytas would burn the place down. He wouldn't. I don't know if he'd be dedicated and stay around for it, but I feel like Evil Paytas would light it on fire. I don't know why I'm trying to manage these edge loops right now, because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with all of them. And a bunch of these are more than likely going to get, these faces are going to get deleted. But... So, this is the door height. This is another door over here. Yep. Actually, I do want this to be up higher. Something going on out there. I hear a bunch more sirens now. Maybe my smoke detector is just super sensitive and it sensed whatever fire is going on. All the way out there. Maybe I should check outside. The distance that I'm hearing those from, I wouldn't be able to see anything. I guarantee that. So I won't kill the stream off early to go watch a couple cars drive by. Because those are way off in the like the sirens are pretty off in the distance for the most part. Okay. Obviously, there's some like giant negative space in these buildings, but I'm not worried about filling out every single nook and cranny. I hate this edge loop ring selection because there's no rhyme or reason about behind which one is which. Like I can click this, I can click ring, and I'll go that way. I can click this, I can click ring. Oh, that one actually did go. Oh, this one's being consistent now. It's gonna do it because I'm trying to do this on stream. Okay, you gonna make a liar out of me? Apparently so. But half the time when I click on it, I can click on two faces that are in the same loop or the same ring and click the same button and it will do the opposite. All right. It's looking pretty good. All right, so I need to start figuring out what I'm going to be doing with this other stuff. I think the entrance to this building is going to be here. You'll go up to here. There'll be a stairwell ramped thing go on over here. Pop out over there. And I may potentially actually like extrude this upper level out a little bit. I know I've got this little kind of rim going around it right now, but I may actually just extend that out. I think that's what I'll try to do there. Have this building here. It's just gonna be a small building. I don't know if I want it to be accessible from here or maybe the side. Hi, Vagrant Frontier. Welcome to the stream. So I'll have to figure out which angle I want that. And then this one, I think this is going to be like a balcony. I think there's going to be an entrance. I just need to figure out which one underneath. It's either here or here. And this might actually end up more like that. Let's fix the edge loop here. Whoops. Oh, I still have a bottom on it. I'm like, why is it still wrapping around? Close that up. Cool. So yeah, I think this will end up having a doorway either here. I kind of like the side, and then you can get around to a lower area. Although it would be better if this was higher. I don't know, I have to play around with it. I almost feel like this needs to have multiple levels. I mean, it does need multiple levels, but I'll need to play around with it. A lot of these shapes for everybody who's newer to the stream were just kind of real quickly roughed in, so I need to kind of play around with them. So they might change a little bit as I move stuff around, just like these ones that I was just working on have. Actually, I feel like this one can potentially walk out onto here. No, actually, I put a balcony. I just need to actually hook it up. Yeah, but I'm actually towards the end of my stream time for today, guys. I got some stuff I got to do real quick before the kids get home. So thank you for hanging out with me. Actually, let me run around. I got a couple minutes. Let me run around real quick and take a look at what we did. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Ooh, there it is. Oh no, it's doing that again. Damn it. Pro Builder. Son of a... That's gonna be a problem. Oh man, that's gonna be annoying. Son of a... Not particularly common. It's something that's just started happening. I think there's just too much going on. I might need to start converting some of these meshes over to static meshes sooner than I was anticipating. Because I'm starting to run into this awfulness. Oh god, that's gross. Oh man, that really is annoying. How bad is it? Did it mess everything else up over in the other spots? It looks like for the most part, it's that one area. It's like doubling up. That's really annoying. Because I just did a ton of work on that. Crap. Alright, I'm gonna have to save this out. Or export this out and fix it in Maya. Oh, that's irritating. I'll fix that later, off stream. But anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I guess I won't be running around and checking the stuff out because I need to fix that before I can push everything too. But I know there's a bunch of new people in here today, which is awesome. Welcome to the stream. For anybody who doesn't know what we're doing, we're creating an indie MMO that's very influenced by the kind of classic first generation MMOs. So think your EverQuests, Asheron's Call, Dark Age of Camelot, Ultima Online. That kind of late 90s, early 2000s era is a huge influence on us. So check out the website. There's info about the game, frequently asked questions, bios about the team, bunch of pictures and updates and stuff like that, so you can follow kind of along with our development. If you have any other questions, feel free to hop into our Discord. All the developers are in there. Tag any of us directly or just ask a question out loud. We're pretty good at answering all your guys' questions. We love engaging with the community, so be sure to hop in there. There's 1,300 some people in there, so there's a decent community. It's fairly active as well. We have all sorts of different kind of conversation stuff go on in there, so feel free to join. If you'd like to stay up to date but don't want to join the Discord, that is the mailing list. Feel free to join that. We'll send out when we have updates and occasionally surveys, things along those lines. And then we have other members of the team that stream. So that's the list of everybody who streams currently. Everybody kind of does their own aspect of the game. My streams primarily are level design and environment art based. My streams are typically Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I wasn't able to stream on Monday, so I'm hoping to be able to stream on Friday, if not sometime over the weekend, but no solid times on those. But if you are in Discord, you can get notifications for when any of us go live. Also, if you follow us on Twitch, you'll get a notification whenever we go live. So if you haven't followed everybody else, make sure you give them a follow. Also, we have a YouTube channel. We upload all of our VODs there, so if you guys want to follow along and kind of get caught up on what we've been doing, feel free to watch those. If you are watching on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe, comment below, click the bell, and all that kind of stuff. It helps us with the algorithm to kind of get the word of the game out to people that like old school MMO style games. So we appreciate all the support. Other than that, guys, that's really it for me today. So thank you to all my subscribers. And I will catch you guys sometime this weekend. See you guys.